It only takes 4 small and simple steps to create long-lasting habits. Ever wondered about the butterfly effect? The idea that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could cause a tornado in Texas? Well, remember back in March 2021, when the container ship Ever Given got stuck in the Suez Canal. The ship was blocking one of the world's busiest shipping routes for 6 days, with estimated losses of around $9.6 billion per day. The small change that led to this massive disruption was a gust of wind that caused the 1,300 feet long vessel to veer off course. With the book, Atomic Habits, James Clear focuses on the power of small, incremental changes in our daily routines to achieve long-term success and personal growth. The book emphasizes 4 key principles to build better habits, which I would like to illustrate with a story. This is Tom. Tom always loved reading but found it hard to make time for it in his busy life. He had a demanding job, a family to take care of, and 100 other things to do every day. Although he missed the feeling of getting lost in a good book, he found it difficult to form a consistent reading habit. Then, one day, Tom realized that he never had a specific time or place for reading, which made it easy for him to forget or avoid it. He decided to create a reading corner in his room, complete with a comfortable chair and a small bookshelf. He placed the book of his choice on the edge of the table so that he could see it every time he walked by, and committed to read it every day after dinner. Make it obvious. By linking his new habit to an existing one, Tom created a routine that makes it easier to remember and adopt the new behavior. It leverages the established habit of eating dinner as a cue, making it more likely for the new habit to stick. With the new reading corner, the habit is always present. Instead of setting unrealistic goals like reading a book per week, Tom adopted the 2-minute rule. He committed to reading at least 1 page every day immediately after finishing dinner, no matter how busy or tired he was. This small, achievable task made it much easier for him to stick to his new habit, and he often found himself reading more than just 1 page. Make it easy. The 2-minute rule can be applied to almost anything. If a complex task cannot be done in 2 minutes, try breaking it down into smaller pieces. This greatly reduces the hurdle of getting started. Often the biggest obstacle is the difficulty of getting started. Tom decided to combine his passion for traveling with his reading habit. He chose books set in exotic locations or featuring exciting adventures to create a sense of anticipation and excitement. Additionally, he joined a local book club to discuss his readings, turning the solitary activity of reading into a social event that he looked forward to attending. Make it attractive. The anticipation created by the association with a pleasant activity makes supposedly difficult or unpleasant tasks more enjoyable. This drastically improves the chances of retaining a new habit. To track his progress and celebrate his small wins, Tom created a reading log where he recorded the date, title, and number of pages read each day. He also set milestones for himself, such as reading a certain number of books in a year or completing a specific reading challenge. Each time Tom reached a milestone, he treated himself to a small reward, like a new book or a day trip to a nearby town. These rewards created a positive feedback loop, making his reading habit even more enjoyable and satisfying. Make it satisfying. Over time, Tom's reading habit blossomed, and he became an avid reader. The small, consistent changes he implemented using the 4 principles from Atomic Habits had a profound effect on his life. Tom's story demonstrates the power of making a habit obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. By applying these principles, he transformed his once elusive reading habit into an integral and rewarding part of his daily routine. Now let's be clear, it's not about the story, but about showing how small steps can have a big impact. In order to achieve a big goal, establish long-lasting habits, or solve complex problems, it is important to first create a stable foundation of solid routines to build on. First and foremost, it is about showing up and then leveraging that setup. By applying the principles outlined in the book, readers can break free from bad habits and cultivate good ones, ultimately leading to a more successful, fulfilled life. Throughout Atomic Habits, Clear emphasizes that it's not the individual habits themselves that make a significant impact, but rather the cumulative effect of these small changes over time. He stresses the importance of focusing on the process rather than the end goal, and being patient with incremental progress.